What's up? It's Kevin Chestnut with Yahoo Sports, and I'm here once again with Angel Wilson. How you
Yeah.
doing, Angel?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. Feeling good, looking even better.
That's good.
So I hear you here on behalf of CarMax. Can you tell me what you got going on with CarMax?
Well, we got some special things going on with CarMax. You might see me in a commercial or two. I don't know. But no, it's been a tons of fun just partnering with CarMax when you're thinking about a place that's like, trustworthy or transparent, like with buying a car, which is so key, especially during this time. But then at the same time, I think the biggest thing that I can relate to is like it has a tagline and it says never settling. Because you never settle for those crazy car salesmen. Like settle for something that's like going to be you. So that's what CarMax has really brought to light within us. And they continue to push women athletes, particularly WNBA players. You see them frequently in a lot of different stuff,
Yep.
and they're always behind us. So when you have something like that that's behind you, hey, you can't really shake from that. So it's been tons of fun of just partnering with them and just never settling.
Absolutely. We never want to settle. All right.
Right,
Let me ask you this. Now, if you guys three-peat, have they
right.
promised you a car?
They have not promised me a car, but you never know. We can always work out something, negotiate something. Maybe you never know. But first, we got to work on the championship. Then we can talk about the
Yeah, yeah,
car
yeah.
thing.
Don't put the cart before the horse, or however the
There it is.
saying, however that go. Uh, so,
Exactly.
speaking of three peats, are you guys already thinking in that direction, or are you just taking it one day at a time? Where your mind space at these days?
We pretty much are taking it just day by day, particularly here in training camp. We're still trying to get back into the swing of things, but obviously our biggest goal is to always be better than we were last year. We're not perfect. Just because we won, it doesn't mean that we have it all figured out and we're perfect. So we utilize this practice time that we do have to just make sure that the newcomers in our system understand the standard that needs to be upheld here, which is championship standard. So will that be a three-peat? Only time will tell, but we know coming in that that's the mental space that we're going to be in and hold everyone accountable of that.
Absolutely, love to hear it. Love to hear
Yeah.
it. There was some big breaking news in the WNBA today. You guys are getting full-time charter flights. I was
Oh
wondering if
yeah.
you had any thoughts on that. Speaking of
Uh
transportation.
yeah, it's gonna be a big step. This is only, but I'm also the same person that's like, well, it's in due time. We were supposed to have this. Yes, great. Check the box. But there's still a lot more work that needs to be done. But this is definitely a huge step in the right direction when it comes to our league. And now for the safety of us, whether that's health wise or just being around, not being around people, it's definitely a great step in the right direction. So I'm going to be thankful now that I don't have to share a seat next to a random stranger heading to a game. But yet we still have a lot of work that needs to be done. But definitely happy about the news today. But I haven't read the article just yet, so I can't really give too many like can't really dissect it the way that I want to just yet. But no, right now, this is a huge step for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. I kept catching flights in and out of Las Vegas, hoping it would be me, but it just never quite connected all the way. But that's okay. That's all right. So let me ask you, going back to training camp, what are your thoughts on the rookies so far?
Yeah, the rookies are being rookies. They're still. It's funny when you get to see them and that you really get to realize when all the information is just like overwhelming their poor brains. But then that's when the vets come in, like myself and my teammates, kind of go in and not hold their hand, but make sure they understand that they don't need to lose why they got drafted in training camp. We just need you to implement that in our system. We're not trying to change your game. We're not
Mm-hmm.
trying to change the way you see the game. It's just how can we put it in our system to make it easier for everyone. So it's been good. They're rookies. They're learning it every single day. The Rooks have been crushing it so far, and I'm very proud about how they've really come in to be. Because I can only imagine coming into a team like us with the
Yeah.
record that we've had. That's like, okay, what do I need to do? Right? I
Yeah.
don't want to step on toes, but we're the same people that are like, no, we want to grow. Like we want to grow. We can be better in different areas. So let's help each other get to that point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And have you got Kate Martin shirt yet?
Not yet. That's coming soon though. This weekend, when we play in South Carolina, it's going to be great for everyone.
Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Well, speaking of drip, I know that you guys got some new jerseys going on. Did
Yeah.
they consult you when they were thinking about changing the colors, or what's going on? What are your thoughts on the new jerseys?
Yeah, I mean, when the head man in charge, which is Mark Davis, is also the owner of the Raiders, obviously silver and black.
Yeah.
You can never argue with him there. But I didn't like the jerseys on screen, but then when I wore them and I got them in hand, I loved them. I love just the like clean look of them. And now you can have different colorways when it comes to just the way shoes that you wear. Because sometimes I couldn't wear pink shoes with a red uniform. It just clashes too much for me.
Yeah.
So now it's like we have a clean palette where we could just really just wear whatever we want. So they've grown on me. I love them, and I'm excited to put on that 22 soon.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Mark made a decision to change the jerseys.
Yeah.
You weren't consulted in it, but when we gonna start getting your opinion on the jersey select? Like, we need you in the design room. Like, oh, we got to move the L over here. That, because the last one they had the ACES down.
Yeah,
We're gonna get you in the room.
Yeah, our red ones still have the ACES going down, and I think that's a nice little touch. But we got to leave that to Nike. That's above my pay grade. They know how to put it out there to let the consumer love on that jersey. My job is just to sweat in it and play well in it. So hopefully I can continue to execute that.
Absolutely. Speaking of Nike, do you have any ideas what you would want your potential future sneaker to look like?
I think the biggest thing for me is just I would love a low top shoe. I play in a low top shoe, so that's something that I would love to have carry over, and something that looks good. That's so key to me. Like, nobody wants an ugly shoe if we want to be real. So for me, if it got those two things, I'm happy where it is.
Okay, all right, go. No, like, I want the Nike. I want the swoosh to be backwards, or I want the none. Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
All right, not yet. All right. Oh, so recently we spoke to JuJus Watkins, and we asked her what her who's on her women's basketball Mount Rushmore, and she did mention your name. I just wanted to ask you, how does hearing that make you feel, and do you have any advice for her going into her sophomore season and into her future professional career?
Oh man, I love that, and I love JuJus. Such a sweet kid. Like, she is a baller, a hooper. I think she's a pro already. She just needs a little bit more years just to kind of get a better flow of the game. But her game is where it needs to be right now, and I love it. And she's definitely going to take the nation by storm as we continue to watch her grow in the NCAA. But I'm honored to do that. I feel like that makes me feel a little old because I'm over here trying to think about my Mount Rushmore, and it's like no players that are even still playing. So that's super, super cool. But I mean, when you think of JuJus, when you think of a true pure hooper, I mean, it's the difference between a ball player and a hooper. Like, a hooper is JuJus through and through. And I'm gonna be probably one of her number 1 fans as she continues to enter into opening the eyes of the collegiate game. I'm so excited to see her growth at USC, the other USC. But no, she's doing some things. She has a future that is so bright ahead of her, and like, she's on the right track. So there's nothing I can say or do to really kind of help her continue to get to that point, because she's there. She's living in the moment, and I love that for her.
Absolutely. Speaking of one of your GOATs, Candace Parker, she recently retired. But we saw the hilarious rest in peace video that you guys did. Now, it went out on Sid's account, but I want to know who was the brainchild behind that idea. Who thought of it?
Me. I thought of it.
Yeah.
Only because I saw my teammate Alicia Clark. She had flowers, and I was just like, and they were kind of over there by Candace's locker, and I was just like, that would be hilarious if we act like she's really not here, because she's not here, obviously, because she's retired. So then that's when we started bringing like different stuff that she would use, like different things, just to make it Candace. And hopefully she texted us and was like, nah, this is funny. So I was kind of like, oh, is she gonna hate it or is she gonna love it? But I'm glad that she found humor in it. But yeah, my teammates, we try to find humor in a lot of things because the world is so crazy now. So why be hard on yourself? So yeah, definitely my idea. Sydney just kind of took it and posted it.
The crutch. It was when somebody sent it to me, it was the response, the message said the crutch. And that was just
yeah.
Well, speaking of Candace, what was the overall mood when you guys found out? And did you find out, did she like let you guys know privately, or did you guys find out what else?
We knew before everybody else. So we kind of had our moment to really just kind of like text her and send her good words and just kind of flow into it. But I was hurt, obviously, not seeing her at training camp, because I'm like, what? Like, this is my first year because I played, obviously we played on the team together the year before, but it was cut short because of injury. So this year I was like, oh my gosh, yes. But then when I realized like everything she's done for the game, I'm like, girl, yes, go rest, go get your health right. Like, do that. Keep your mental stable in that area, because you deserve that. She is the culture shifter. She's the one that really laid the foundation down for a lot of young Black girls. So she ain't got nothing else to prove to nobody. She's forever goated in my eyes. And I was grateful for that moment for her, and just to be able to be like, I was the teammate of someone that that was my role model. So
Yeah,
Always love you, Cam.
absolutely. That just sounds unbelievable. That sounds
Yeah,
unbelievable. And I'm so happy that you got to have that experience.
thank you.
Um, what do we got to do to get her in that South Carolina outfit? What we got to
Oh,
do?
she gonna still have to do that. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I don't care if she's sitting on the couch wearing it. She's still gonna get her outfit. So
okay.
yeah.
Let me ask you, so on the FaceTime call, at what point in the game did she actually call you?
Oh, it was the part right before South Carolina took the ball out to
Yeah,
pass it to Camilla. So
yeah.
she was calling me like, "Oh yeah, like it's over, it's a wrap." But she was not in front of her TV, so she didn't watch the flow of the game. But I watched the flow of the game, and that's when I was greatly to relay her the message, the big bang there, loser. So yeah, that was how that was.
Oh man. Okay. Going to the game on Saturday. How excited are you to go back to South Carolina and hope going back home?
Yeah, I'm super excited to go back home. This is going to be a full circle moment for me and my family. My teammates get an opportunity to see the statue. So it's going to be like just my worlds colliding, honestly. And I'm so excited to have this moment. I'm probably going to cry. I already know that. But no, this is a big deal for not just me, but for women's basketball and for the South Carolina basketball community as well, for something that they've literally watched me grow up. So I'm excited to go back home for once.
Nice. For once, fool. I haven't been back home since 2017. You're doing good. You're doing good.
See?
They ain't seen my face. They don't know what I look. They don't know my baby look like. Anyway, so let me ask you two questions about Don Staley, and then I'm gonna let you go. Let you have the rest of your day. All right. So, what's one piece of advice that Don Staley gave you that really still sticks with you today?
What is delayed is not denied. It's something that is
Bars.
so, yes, it is so pure. It's so real. And it's one of those things that I didn't really notice what she was saying in the moment in college. And then once I graduated and started living and life started lifing, I was like, oh no, this is what she meant. And that's something that I carry so heavily on me because I'm like, it's real. Like, don't just just because it's taking a minute or you have to be patient or God is telling you to wait, let that strip you from the moment. Like it's still gonna be your moment. It's just not your time right now. So that's something that she's definitely probably instilled in me a lot.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that.
Yeah.
And last thing, we know she's Louis Vuitton Don,
Oh
always
yeah.
coming draped up and dripped out.
Oh yeah.
If you could take one thing out of her closet, what
Oof.
would it be?
Ugh. Any of her sets, like any of her Louis sets, I feel like she has great like sweat sets. They're like luxury, obviously designer,
Yeah.
yes, but then they're comfortable and cozy. So I'm definitely taking that.
All right. Well, shout out to Louis Vuitton Don, and shout
Yeah.
out to you, Andrew Wilson, giving us another shot. Let me interview you again. I didn't even ask you no Usher questions or anything like that this time.
Thank you.
I still do got my Gatorade bottle. I got it made that day back at the Super Bowl. But anyway, thank you so much for your time. I really
Thank
appreciate you.
you. Thank you so much.